This morning I'm going to be chopping up my hay that got rained on. Last week we were baling hay and I got my 600 square bales off the field. And about 20 some round bales, and the rain came and we had to stop baling, and then the next day we got some rain, the next day we got some rain. Well, we got rain just about every day for the last 5-6 days, so I decided I'm just going to chop it up with my Bush Hog I should say. In the north we say brush hog, but Bush Hog, and then that'll just go back into the ground for nutrients. You can gather it up and just give it to the cows to feed right now, but I decided I'm just going to put it back into the soil as nutrients. And I do have some square bales on the ground that I'm going to get, but yesterday afternoon I went back and raked the hay that was on the ground that was ready to be baled but couldn't. And so I did that yesterday afternoon, so you can see the windrows all ready to go. And you can see some scattered hay here and there. That's where I had a barn, and so that darker stuff is rye, but you can see the grass is starting to come in. And I'll see that again this fall. But I'm using a Bush Hog 3308. I got this from Cain's Equipment. I pretty much get all my equipment from Cain's. I like working with them, honest people, and they sell good equipment. So, and on top of that, if I need something serviced, they're locally. So that's why I like working with Cain's Equipment. So I've got this Bush Hog from them, 3308. It's a heavy duty one, and it's got like iron plated steel on it. And then of course I'm using my John Deere 4020 diesel. I could use my 2520, but my hydraulic pump on it needs to be rebuilt. That particular tractor has a 4-piston hydraulic pump, and I'm going to put an 8-piston in there. So that should help a lot. So we're going to get busy now and start cutting chopping up, I should say, the hay that got rained on. One thing I didn't mention early on is not only do you have to get all the hay that got wet off the field, but you have to clean up around trees. And so anywhere you have a tree, like over here and here, I'm down to 3 trees on this hay field. I took out, oh gosh, how many? 6 last year and several the year before. But what you can see are these branches that fall down on these trees. If they get picked up by your round baler, it'll jam it up real fast, and you're going to be down a good hour just getting it on jammed. So that's why I don't cut the hay around the trees. I stay away from them. Then I come back in later and brush hog and clean them up afterwards. So you can see down there, there's a tree yet with tall grass that I haven't cleaned up. So the rest of the next couple hours or so, I'll be chopping up the hay, cleaning up around the trees, and just doing general cleaning anywhere I find a pile of, like over there, individual pile of hay. And that's what I'll do for the next couple hours. Hopefully I'll be done in a couple hours, and that'll be a good thing. Then I'll come back and pick up the square bales that I left on the field and give those to the cattle now to feed off of.